goodness, what do we got here? So good. I tell you that. I hope it's the right type, folks. Mama Sue, she wants some fish. It is the right type. Look here, this is a big one. This ain't no baby one right here. Look at there, what a pretty fish. That is a beautiful fish. Excuse my voice, I got some allergy issues. Let's see if we can flip him in here. That's a big one. And that's what I want, because Mama Sue wants some fish. And she's the boss. Look at there, what a beautiful, beautiful fish. Whoa! Let me show y'all what I'm doing. It's a lot of fun. Well, for one thing, I'm in an extreme silly mood today. I got me an extreme Coca-Cola. A great old big one, 16 ounce right there. Hey, I got me some hair jigs. These are just tiny, tiny jigs. Now what I do is just tip them with a little piece of red worm or night crawler or most anything like that. Mealworm. I wish I had some mealy worms. And I just work it along the bottom. I can afford to do that today because there's not much water at all moving. And I caught that fish probably, I'm gonna guess about 6 or 7 feet deep. He was on out in there, wasn't real close to the rocks. And I hope we can repeat performance that. But we got a lot of wind out here, and it's a little tough fishing these little baits with this type of wind. But I'm so confident fishing this way that it's hard for me not to. And I'm using 2-pound line, high-vis line, Vicious. I get a lot of questions, where do you get that? Well, I order it from Amazon. It's and I'm using a Truser rod, 7.5 feet, I believe is what it is, or 7 foot 5 inches. Is kind of an odd length. Limber's a dish rag. Perfect for this. Perfect for this. And I'm using a little Fago reel made by Daiwa. It's the 1000 series, LT 1000. And as y'all can see, that ain't much of a piece of a worm. They've chawed it off. But I'm using a squirrel tail jig. And that's I don't know. It's not a 1/32. I'm not sure the weight of this one, but it is light as a feather. And it has that's a number 6 sickle hook in it. And that's what I'm going to be doing. And I'm using a Palomar knot. I don't trust a loop knot, because I could hook a drum or a catfish or anything. You never know. Even though it's a tiny bait, you never know what you're going to hook. But here's a red worm. Little bitty devil, but he's about right. And I'm going to tip it. I'm just going to come through there straight. If he'll quit wiggling, quit. And hook it on like that. Now that is a good one. Man, oh man. I don't know if it's a shell, I bet it's a shellcracker. No, it's just a big old bluegill. That's what I'm talking about. Look here. That's what I'm after right there. That's what you call a bullgill. That's what I've been after. Folks, that's a big one. Yep. Now I kept a lot. Well, not a lot. Several. That was borderline eating size. And right now, this evening, they're deciding to bite. The wind's laying. Look here. Now that is the kind I like to catch, them old big ones. Golly. Let's see if we can do that again. I'm throwing right there at the current seam. Right there where the current seam is. which is probably around 6-7 feet of water. And some of these fish are suspended. They're hitting that jig and worm combination as it's falling. Come on. Bite it. He did. There we go. That's a good one too. Sure is. Doggone good. Come on in here. The reason this is a good method is because this jig head's so light. It falls through the water column so slow. So if those fish are suspended, you'll catch those fish. You'll catch them if you crawl it on the bottom. So that's high percentage fishing. And just about everything that I do, I try to think high percentage. And after you practice certain techniques for a while, you get to where you get a feel for that technique, whatever you're using. It don't matter what species you're after. And when you get the feel for it, you're dangerous. You're dangerous to the fish. There we go. Oh, man. What do we got right here? Is that a little shellcracker? Sure is. That's a pretty son of a gun. Ain't very long, but look at that. Look at that stumpy son of a gun. Is that not a stump? Now, he's got a deformed tail or something. He's already had a hard time in life, folks. Let's let him go. Go on back, shellcracker. Now, if he, I mean, he done had a tough time. Let's let him go. Now, these fish, it's later in the afternoon. They're coming on up in the water column now. They're not on the bottom so much. I've had 3 strikes, caught 3 good ones with that bait going down. Let me show y'all something right here. That current seam right there outlines the actual drop off. That's exactly what it does. But when it's real windy, you can't see that. So I mean, I can fish more efficient right now and catch more fish just by the fact of the matter I know where the drop is. The height of the water around these dams makes a big difference, studying the height of the water as far as whatever species you want to target. There we go. That's a good one. That's a real good one. I mean, that's a good one. I don't know how many times I got to say it. Look at here. Whew. Look at here, look at here, look at here. Golly. My mama's going to be so proud of me. My mama Sue is. Look yonder, folk. I don't know. I've said it I don't know how many times. Fishing is a sport second to none. And I got all kinds. I think I like about one more fish. That'll be your limit. Don't want to go over it. 30's a lot of fish to clean. I'm going to have to clean them tonight. Going to have to turn on the lights. Tell you, I've had a lot of fun today, folks. Let's get him in right here. I got a cooler full of bluegill and shellcracker. And I took about 2.5 hours. We're going to keep that one too. Talking to folks. I met all kinds of folks today, having a ball with them. And yeah, I'm going to have to put some water in my bucket. Right here. That's a good bluegill right there. I tell you what, let's just move on over there. That's a flat rock right there. It's easy to stand on. But the wind was so bad, I just had to take a break. And I talked to probably, I don't know, 7 or 8 people. Different folks. About all kinds of subject matter. You can learn a lot like that. Good folks. Well, bad as I hate it, look at that old bird, folks. That's the one responsible for this paint job right here. All the way up and down through yonder. See? Let's see if he squawks if I come after him. Well, he's gonna let me get close. He's wanting a handout, wanting a fish. Well, we got to go. Well, bad as I hate to, I enjoyed that. And I enjoyed y'all being with me. Well, folks, let's take a gander right here. I give half or more of them away. I didn't realize it, but I had way more than the limit. And there's just 2 species right here, shellcracker. Y'all can see. Big old shellcracker. Where's that old big bull I caught? He's a big one. I might have given him away, I don't know. Oh, there he is. Big old bull right there. Them just right. So I did what I was told, or what I was asked. My wife don't tell me to do anything. That's a pretty fish right there. Those shellcracker are beautiful, ain't they? Here in the Tennessee River, they're broad. Real broad, girthy. That's some great eating right there. It's gonna take me a while to clean them tonight, and we'll eat them tomorrow. That's plenty of fish. So, there it is. If you got a good woman, take care of her. Do what she tells you. Asks you to do. Well, folks, that's going to be the end of it for today. I done exactly what I set out to do, and that was catching some bluegill. Shellcracker, Lisa loves them. I do too. Like I mentioned, I believe they're the best fish in fresh water, in my opinion. So tomorrow we're going to have boiled pig snout, and we're not going to pull the hair out of the snout. We're going to have grease gravy, good hot piping grease gravy to pour over that snout. And if you boil it long enough, you can cut it with fork. And we're going to have bluegill. I want to say thank y'all very much for all y'all do, all the great comments. God bless each and every one of y'all. You were created in God's image. Remember that. You're truly a special person. Hey. Whoa. And remember, go fishing when you can, because it's good food.